Ah, it's me back again with the warrior, they see, and the world above, and also the boxing gloves and whatever it is else. And as I told you just minutes ago, I'm back for you now on some different day because this is recorded earlier and I don't know when you click it on. And this isn't a live session, though I'm here vivid and alive and live before you now. If you see it later on the internet, this is recorded earlier. And I told you I'll show you what I bought in Frankfurt, a DCC of the Doors, one of those Steve Hoffman 90s high quality records. In the 90s, almost nobody was pressing records anymore, but Steve Hoffman did some high quality ones on Virgin Vinyl with Kevin Cray as a mastering engineer, and you see those, yeah, those immense, lovely labels. And I bought this, it was pretty expensive. And I bought it although I have a Monarch first press of the same album, which I show you here. It's the Monarch from 1968, and it has that immense, this gold, this deep gold, this golden gold label. And it is a raw and harsh and attacking sort of sound. The voice of Jim Morrison, which is in the middle range, is very present, very, very accentuated, very deep, but there is no, almost no bass in the whole recording you find. So it is an extreme sort of attack. It is a bit dirty. It's like a session in a garbage room or whatever, in a rubbish can, rubber soul relief, however you want to call it. But the DCC is great. It's almost perfect. It is a modern record, and it's what turned out nowadays to be the Kevin Gray Rhino Hi-Fi releases, which are so perfect. And you get them for $50, and you don't need any others anymore. And this DCC also is a modern record, and it has a much wider soundstage, better division of the instruments. It is way outbalanced. The whole impression of the instruments you get is wider, is clearer, but it isn't that sharp in attack as the early one is. I have a second DCC, which are hard to find. They're numbered. You see this there, only 5,000 of each DCC was produced. This is one of the, do you see it? Sorry, of the first thousand number. Which one is it? 963, and that's the second DCC that I have of the Strange Days, and that is very dynamic. That is playing right at you, but I don't have any other of these to compare it to of the great recordings. You see here that lovely label, two DCCs, which I have now, and comparing these is some sort of a luxury, a hobby you have. You needn't to essentially do this. I'd like to have someday all first presses of the Monarch albums of the Doors, and also all DCCs. Only four were being made. Of the self-titled one also, and of the LA Woman, which are even more expensive. And also all of the analog production ones. I unboxed this just recently for you. This is an analog production double 45 record, high quality record, the quality of which is immense, and the soundstage also. It is so wide, it is so detailed, and there it is, a lovely record. And I played it against or with or as a counterpart or whatever, as a counterfaction of this one, which is a first, not a first press, sorry, it's a second press, an original press from the US of the Morrison Hotel. It is this cut-off variant because they wanted to trade it cheaply. Nobody bought it, I suppose. And this is on the Butterfly label. It's a Tarot pressing, so it's a second press. The original one is on that red label, which they here kind of reproduced on the analog production. This has such a warm sound. This is so wonderful. This is lovely. This is the whole warmth of the late 60s, early 70s, which also existed. The sound is it's overwhelming. It is a heart flooding affair, as I'd call it, and it is different and apart from the perfect analog productions which they made nowadays. Do you need this? Do you need to compare, for instance, Indian Summer, which is my song? The older I grow is an everlasting, I hope, hopefully an everlasting, at least a long-lasting Indian Summer in the fall of my life. And I put these on, one on my first record player, the other on the second. And do you really need this? I mean, the warm one, the early one, it cost me, I don't know, 20 euros or maybe 25. It's so warm, it's so lovely. It's nearly all you need. And then I put on this, and especially with a song like Indian Summer, this is a bit more. This goes a bit deeper, you know. This wide sounds that it appeals to me even more and makes my tears run over my face a bit faster and a bit more of them. And you see, it's like a clown, and the makeup, you know, it clacks on my jeans, and then I'm drowned in that wonderful mourning and sorrow and the fall and the late autumn of my life, which will probably turn into winter soon. But I still have all these. What are you laughing out there, Kitty? I still have all these wonderful and lovable records around me, which which I fortunately could afford to possess and have. Thank you. Goodbye.